Good morning. Please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now, please help me welcome Laura with today's announcements.
Good morning, everybody. We have 2 pages today, so buckle up. It's a Green Day, and it's Thursday, September 21st. Hilltoppers, please support NECA and the Walk for a Healthy Community by participating in the Green and White Variety Day this Friday, 9/22. Volunteers will be around to A-Block classes to collect your $1. Please note, there is no morning chapel tomorrow morning. Please report directly to your A-Block classes by 7:55. Attention all students. Please note this important change regarding ID cards. We are now asking that you request replacement IDs directly to Information Technology instead of the Student Life Office. This includes students who have broken or lost ID cards. The IT Service Desk is located in Streeter Hall, room 216A. They are open between the hours of 7:30 and 3:30, Monday to Friday, while school is in session. There will be a full student government meeting in Fuller Basement today right after school. Please see Mr. Ryan if you have any questions. Attention all students who would like to attend the writing retreat at Copper Cannon Camp on October 5th. Permission slips are due by the end of the day on Friday, along with $7 to cover dinner costs and to secure your place on the trip. Please see Ms. McKenzie or Ms. Joll if you still need a slip. Scholars Bowl will kick off the season with our first practice at 3:30 in Colby 309. If you like trivia, please join us for the competition and cookies. We'll meet every Thursday, and we hope to see you there. The Gender and Sexuality Union will meet today right after school in the Colby Conference Room 207. We will be starting to plan our agenda for this school year. For all students interested in government and politics, Harvard Model Congress is back. We will again go to Boston in February of 2024. Come to Colby 209 on Tuesday, September 25th, after E-Block if you're interested in learning more. You can also check in with Mr. Weiss in Colby 209 if you cannot make this meeting. This year, the Student Athletic Advisory Council will be providing weekly updates on SJA Caledonian Record Athlete of the Week nominees, which you can vote on by visiting the Caledonian Record website under the sports section. This week, vote for either golf player Will Eaton or soccer player Wes Strong. Go Toppers! Today at 3:15 in the Library Media Room, Hilltoppers Literary Society, a fancy name for book club, will have a quick meeting to decide our book finalists for the semester. If you plan on being a part of this first book cycle, be sure to come to the meeting to confirm your spot. If you cannot make it, send an email or whisper it to the nearest acorn to notify Mr. Dembski of your absence. Page 2. It's Joke of the Week Day. When I was a kid, my dad got fired as a road worker for theft. I refused to believe he could do such a thing, but the signs were all there when I got home. Happy birthday today to Shione Miyadera and Izzy Simone. Happy birthday. Today there's varsity field hockey at Montpelier at 4. Please dismiss the teams at 1:30. JV and varsity volleyball versus BFA St. Albans at 4:30 and 6. Wear your jerseys to support the team. Boys JVB soccer at Mount Mansfield at 4:30. Please dismiss the teams at 1. And boys golf at Newport Country Club at 9:30. Have a great Thursday, everybody.
We do have a few late announcements. Girls cross country won the NEK Cup in a 5-team meet. Ruth Krebs, Willa Kantrowitz, Lily Laskowski, and Maddie Blanchard took 4th through 7th place, and Ava Purdy in 10th place for a team score of 22. Claire Stevenson and Peyton Qualter had a strong finishes at 12th and 14th place. Congratulations. The boys cross-country team ran to 10 of the top 11 places to sweep the NEK Cup hosted by North Country Union. Andrew Thornton Sherman led the charge with Emmett Johnson, Carson Eames, Isaac Lenzini, Ari Levin, Nathaniel Bernier taking places 1 through 6. Congratulations. Boys varsity soccer defeated BFA St. Albans 9-0 on Wednesday afternoon. Gus Yerkes led the way with 3 goals. Silas Chapman and Nate Despathy scored 2 goals. Wes Strong and Kevin Zhang each had 1 goal. Congratulations. And last but certainly not least, on the golf front, Will Eaton earned medalist honors for the third straight match, shooting a 1 over par 36 in the 19 golfer field. Eli Rexford finished sixth with an 8 over 43. Geronimo Mosquera and Ollie Johnson rounded out the scoring for the Hilltoppers with a 47 and 49 respectively. Congratulations. Now I hope you'll join me in welcoming Mr. Scott Beck to continue our observance of Constitution Week. Mr. Beck.
Thank you, Ms. Hanson. Mr. Beck, and as mentioned in Monday's talk, when I'm not teaching at the Academy, I do serve as a representative in Vermont's legislature in Montpelier. I represent the towns of Concord, Kirby, and St. Johnsbury, but really in that capacity, I serve all Vermonters. I appreciate the opportunity to speak in front of this audience about a very important topic, the United States Constitution. Mr. Mancius was very gracious and gave an exceptionally good talk on Monday with a terribly important message, and that is, the Constitution is only as good as the people behind it, and he is entirely correct. And if you don't believe Mr. Mancius, I happen to have a pocket Constitution here, and on the front, it says, the Constitution of the United States, quote, its only keepers, the people, George Washington. So, Mr. Mancius, George Washington, you're on the same page there. Good job. For 236 years, people have been the backbone of the Constitution. I think of the Constitution as a truly remarkable document crafted in a turbulent historical period by extraordinary people. Think about it. In 1787, the notion of democracy was more philosophical than anything. The United States was still encircled by the British, and our first government, the Articles of Confederation, had just failed miserably. America wasn't exactly on a roll. I'm not sure if even the delegates to the Constitutional Convention, all under the age of 82, by the way, really believed they had all the answers except for Hamilton. Hamilton always thought he had all the answers. The document they produced in that summer in Philadelphia was truly remarkable, with several major flaws. It provided no protection for the people, a notable oversight given the history with Great Britain. As soon as the Constitution was drafted, Jefferson and others immediately rallied the people to insist that individual rights be included in a condition of state as a condition of state ratification, and they were in the first 10 amendments, which we know as the Bill of Rights. And of course, there was the omission of any language prohibiting slavery, a reprehensible practice that would continue for another 78 years, leading to civil war and racial tension to this day. But the people have always been the saving grace of the Constitution and have continually provided the rudder during stormy weather. It was the people that encouraged Lincoln to take ever stronger stands against slavery, eventually leading to its abolishment with the 13th Amendment. The people insisted on further constitutional amendments, directing that race would no longer be a determiner in American society. Women, through organization and protest, gained the right to vote through amendment, and 5 decades later, young people did the same with passage of an amendment guaranteeing the right to vote for 18-year-olds. And many other marginalized groups, including LGBTQ, have guaranteed their rights through the further judicial interpretation of the 14th Amendment. In short, the Constitution and amendments have evolved to expand the rights and liberties of the people, but this expansion only happens as fast as the people allow or demand in a representative democracy. Admittedly, that is too slow in many cases. The people really do matter. When people in my line of work misread the people, retribution is swift and unforgiving, I can promise you. Every 2 years, I say goodbye to a couple dozen fellow legislators. In the 2022 election, Vermont had a reproductive rights amendment on the bill. It passed with 75% of the people in every town supporting it, a clear indication that people don't appreciate their rights and liberties being taken away. The rights and liberties afforded the people of this country are evolving, and there are new frontiers. I'm sure I don't know what they are, but I know there are. But further progress is only guaranteed with an informed and an engaged population. So, how can you become informed and engaged? First, stop by and see Mr. Eckhart and pick up your own pocket Constitution. But then start at the local level. Read the news, local news. We're very fortunate to have a local newspaper that holds our town government accountable 6 days a week. Read that newspaper, read the Caledonian Record, understand what's going on in your communities. Follow your select boards and your school boards and your planning commissions. Those bodies have a tremendous amount of influence over your lives. And then when you have had your fill of the local level, you'll start to understand that a lot of what happens at the local level flows out of the state in Montpelier. And go there, see what is happening, read the state news. Everything is available online. You can watch every meeting recorded or live. Get engaged, find out what's going on, what's going to impact your lives. And then after you've done that, you will get pulled into the federal level because so much of what happens at the state flows out of the federal. And then you'll really be thankful that you picked up your Constitution from Mr. Eckhart, and you'll be a part of society and you'll be engaged and informed. Thank you for your time. I hope you have a great week. The walk tomorrow looks fabulous for weather, and I hope to see you all there. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Beck. And now I hope you will join me in welcoming student leaders from Hills here to share their thoughts on the Walk for a Healthy Community.
Good morning, everybody. It was a little disappointing. I was in South Church on Tuesday, and they blew you guys out of the water. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Much better. Does anybody have any idea what we might call that besides call and response? Exactly, community, which is a perfect segue into what myself and the lovely people you see behind me are here today to talk to you about, the Walk for a Healthy Community, formerly known as the Walk to End Hunger. This walk has been around for many, many, many years, and while the name has changed, the goal has remained the same. It is to foster hope and bring help to the community around us through the NEKCA organization. NECA has been around since the 60s, working to help grow and care for communities all around the Northeast Kingdom through residential care, psychiatric care, medication management, individual and group therapy, as well as emergency and respite care services. We walk tomorrow because we hope that we can make our community stronger. We walk to help those in our community who are in need, and we walk because we care. Thank you.
The Walk for a Healthier Community is a walk of hope for people throughout our community. As a school, we can help our community to feel appreciated and make sure that no one feels as if they've been left behind. In order to do this, we ask that you participate. Our funds and contributions go towards healing the community to make sure that nobody goes hungry. This walk is hope for people, as the donations given are going to families to help them give a meal to their families to make sure that they don't have to worry about feeding each other. Sorry. Even if it's just for a short while, food insecurity is a dangerous thing. This walk is helpful for our community because it allows us to stay healthy and nourished. And this walk is healing because it gives people the sustenance that they need in order to keep going.
In 1943, psychologist Abraham Maslow developed a hierarchy of basic needs that must be met to ensure that a person thrives. One of these needs is the acquisition of basic physiological essentials such as drinkable water, shelter, clothing, sleep, and food. This can become an issue for many people in our surrounding community, especially those facing food insecurity. A lack of access to proper food can lead to many negative outcomes, including high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and a difficulty in maintaining good psychological health.
By participating in the Walk for a Healthier Community, we are bringing awareness and hope to our community by providing hope for a change. We understand the importance and urgency of this problem, and we want to take the first step in the right direction by presenting love, care, and acceptance and providing encouragement. We will bring hope into St. J.
Did you know that in 2020, based on the Vermont Department of Health, 33% of Vermonters experienced hunger every day? You can help decrease this percentage. It starts by participating in the Walk for a Healthier Community this Friday and by making donations towards NECA this week.
This walk is hope because we are creating light in the darkness of hunger for children, parents, and families that are facing it every day. This walk is helpful because it impacts households and supports them in the process of breaking away from the vicious cycle of poverty and famine.
This Friday afternoon, as we walk around the town together, we are letting children and families know that we support them as they heal from hunger. We are walking for a bigger cause than ourselves. We are walking for a healthy community. This week, please make donations and help your community.
Take a moment now and think about what has already happened this week. Tell your neighbor something you want to do related to the Week for a Healthy Community. All right, I hope that's been sufficient time. Sorry to cut any of you off. Think about what you already know about the issue of food insecurity, what you've learned from the presentations this week, and think about what you know the St. Johnsbury community, or whatever community you call home, is doing to help heal from the devastating impacts of food insecurity. Of course, this issue won't simply go away as soon as the week is over. We are going to be part of a long and hard process, tackling one of the biggest issues facing not just St. Johnsbury, but the whole world. What I would like you to think about now, even before the week is over, is how you want to keep working towards food security. It is easy to think about this as a one-and-done thing, something we pay attention to for a while and then allow to drift out of our focus. Or perhaps food insecurity is something that you need to think about on a regular basis. Maybe it is deeply ingrained into your life, and you would love to be able to spend even a little bit of time not thinking about it. It is a true luxury to be able to take for granted a full meal every morning and evening, whether or not you take advantage of that. Therefore, I have a challenge for anyone who wishes to participate, but I would like you to pay particular attention if you are certain that dinner tonight will be filling, nourishing, and enjoyable. Make this week the kickoff for a year spent learning about this issue and making an effort to fix it. If we are consistent in our efforts to build a stronger, more understanding community, we can start to heal the damage caused by decades of limited access to food, one of the most basic human needs. At some point this week, set a goal for yourself. What will you do by the end of the year to create a healthier community? Make this week a time of reaching out to those in need. And please, if you need to, take advantage of the Academy's Cafe. We are all very lucky to have this resource available to help us meet our need for food. Know that it is there. Thank you.
Please join me in another round of applause for your peers and their thoughts on the Walk for a Healthy Community. I am particularly grateful to them because I worked with Mr. Lovett and we put out sort of an all call to the students who attended Hills and said we could really use your voices to help our community understand the opportunity that we have this week. And the students that were here with you this morning and several others who've done some other work behind the scenes certainly stepped up and answered that call. So I'm incredibly grateful for their effort. And I want to connect Mr. Beck's thought about it's the people that drive the change and the voices that you just heard from your peers about the opportunity that we have. A couple of days ago, Chef Hale talked about how we feed our community every day in a multitude of ways, and that's both beyond simply just filling bellies. He talked about kindness and companionship and growth and empathy and how those things are at the core of what we do here and the core of our mission. And so I'm incredibly excited for tomorrow to be an activating opportunity for us to start thinking about, in your advisories, the ways that you might contribute to this for the next few weeks. But I'm equally excited to continue this conversation and opportunity for you throughout this year. So thanks for the energy and attention that you've already given the Walk for a Healthy Community, and thanks for staying in conversation. I hope you have a really lovely Thursday, and with that, faculty.